Hey, Angie here for mynexttablet.com. Today with an unboxing of the new Asus Chromebook CM3. Yes, finally we're getting a new Chrome OS tablet. Let's get started. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm reviewing almost every tablet that gets released. And next up will be the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE. Alright, let's start the unboxing of the Asus Chromebook CM3, which is a new Chrome OS tablet and one of few Chrome OS tablets that are available outside of the United States. And yeah, I got it in Germany where it costs 450 euros, and I believe in the United States it's around $400. So let's start the unboxing, and inside the box we get the tablet first. Included are also a back cover with an integrated kickstand and a keyboard, and we will look at those in detail a bit later. Then we get all the paperwork like warranty, quick start guide and so on, as well as a USB-C charger, and that's it, nothing else is inside the box. As usual, since I shot the first part of this video, a couple of hours have passed already. I installed quite a lot, a couple of benchmarks, games, I played with it a bit, watched some YouTube and so on, and now I can tell you a bit more about the Asus Chromebook CM3. Let's look at the design first, and I will take off the back cover for that for a moment. We are getting a 10.5-inch screen and quite thick black screen bezels. As you can see, they are quite a bit thicker than on an iPad Air or iPad Pro, and also thicker than on many Android tablets. There's a 2-megapixel webcam above the screen. Then on the bottom here, we get a connector for the keyboard cover. We will look at that keyboard soon. On this side, we're getting a headphone jack, a USB-C 2.0 port, so not 3.0. And then here we have a stylus that you can take out. Let me quickly demonstrate that, but we will check out the stylus in detail a bit later. Then we've got 2 speakers, 2 microphones in the middle, and then on this side, there's a power button and the volume rockers. On the back, we get a mostly metal body with a little plastic part on the top for the antennas, the Asus logo, the Chromebook logo, and an 8-megapixel main camera. And that's it about the design. It makes quite a good first impression. I like that it's a metal body. Now, let's check out the keyboard. And first, we look at the back cover for the keyboard cover. And it looks very similar to the back cover for the Lenovo Tab P11 and P11 Pro, also to the Lenovo Duet Chromebook, which is another inexpensive Chrome OS tablet, but also similar to the cover of the Galaxy Tab S7 series. So this design is not new. What is new though is that you can actually fold it in 2 ways. I haven't seen that before. For that, let's attach it to the tablet. It's attached using magnets. I noticed that the magnets are not crazy strong, so you can wobble it a bit. That's not amazing, but it's okay. And now you can fold the kickstand like this, but not further, by the way, only like this, and you can watch Netflix or whatever like that. But, and that's the special part about this design, is that you can also fold it like this, so you can actually stand it up in portrait orientation, and that is something that I haven't seen before in a tablet, and I really like this design. Now, the keyboard, it's a bit smaller keyboard than your standard big laptop keyboard, of course, because it's a 10.5-inch tablet. But I was writing with it a bit already, and it feels fine. There's a little magnetic bar that you can angle it up a bit. I will show you soon. And then there's a touchpad, which of course is smaller than on pretty much every bigger laptop, but that's what we have to live with all tablets. So it's connected magnetically, and then you can fold it up at an angle a bit. And yeah, I enjoyed using the keyboard. It seems to be a pretty good one. Obviously, to use it, you should pull out the kickstand like this. Now, let's get to the 10.5-inch screen. It's a fully laminated screen, and it's an IPS panel with pretty good viewing angles. The brightness is fine as well. I noticed a bit of fingerprints. I'm not sure if there's a coating or if my fingers were very messy earlier. Obviously, I cleaned it a bit for now. And yeah, the resolution is 1920 by 1200. So it's a standard Full HD resolution basically on 10.5 inches. And I always think that Full HD on this size is good. Not crazy sharp, but not blurry either. It's a normal, good resolution and a decent pixel density. I think especially since you're going to use this as a laptop for many hours when you're writing and working with it. So the screen is fine. Now let's check out the pen. It's hidden inside the tablet, and that has huge advantage, of course, because you won't lose it as easily. The downside is that it's thinner than the Apple Pencil or the Microsoft Surface Pen and so on, because it has to fit inside the body. So for long periods of time, it's not as comfortable to write with. It is charged by the tablet. There are these little contact points here. So the pen is being charged while inside. So you never have to change a battery, or you never have to hook it up to a USB-C cable or so, like you have with many others, like you have to do with many others. This is a USI stylus, and that means it should support the same pens like many Chromebook devices. For example, like with the Lenovo Duet Chromebook, which supports USI pens as well. So they should be all interchangeable. I say they should be because I haven't tried it yet, but I will for my final review. Now, there are some features for pens integrated into the Chrome OS operating system. For instance, if you pull it out, a little pop-up pops up. You've seen it here. You can use it to take a screenshot, start a new note, use a laser pointer and a magnifying glass. I'm going to start a new note, and it's opening the app Squid that I've gotten from the Google Play Store. You can change that in the settings. You can have it open other note-taking apps as well, and you can just start to write a note, and it works just fine, especially with Squid. That's what I noticed with the Lenovo Duet Chromebook, that is a pretty good Android note-taking app that also works on Chrome OS pretty well. With Bamboo Paper, I noticed that the pen lags behind, that the writing lags behind the pen a bit more, but with Squid it seems very, very smooth. Now this obviously is a 60 Hz screen. That means it will never be as crazy smooth as on an iPad Pro or the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 series, but most tablets have 60 Hz screens, so that's what you will have to live with in this price range anyways. The pen supports is pressure sensitive. That means if you press down harder, you can draw a thicker line, and if you press down lighter, it's a lighter line. So the pen seems fine, not the best amazing one out there. Then you've got to get a 120 Hz tablet, but it seems to work fine. Now let's get to the internal hardware. Inside the Asus Chromebook CM3 runs a MediaTek 8183 processor with 4 GB of RAM and a 64 GB or 128 GB storage, and out of the box 18.3 GB are used by the system. You can see my Geekbench 5 comparison here without the graphic test, without the compute test, because it is not supported. It wasn't with the Lenovo Duet Chromebook either, so that seems to be a Chrome OS thing. And you can see in my comparison that the performance is similar to a tablet like the Lenovo Tab P11, which is the lower end Android tablet. Not the lowest end, but a lower end one. And the performance is better than on the Lenovo Duet Chromebook, which is cheaper to be fair, but it's also a bit older. Yeah, it's not the best performing tablet out there. You can see that in my gaming test too. Games like PUBG Mobile run surprisingly well, but only with HD and HDR settings. So tablets like the Apple iPad 8, which are a bit cheaper without the accessories, have a better graphics performance. So if you're looking for a gaming tablet, I would not recommend the Asus Chromebook CM3. Then you should get an iPad 8. But for an office tablet and so on, where you don't need as much graphics performance, this will be well suited for. But yeah, certainly not a gaming tablet, but you can play some games too. The biggest highlight of the Asus Chromebook CM3 is Chrome OS, of course, so the operating system. It has a couple of advantages over Android. One is that the updates are delivered by Google directly and not by the manufacturer. And that means it will get updated longer than many, if not all, Android tablets. Here it says it will get automatic software and secure updates until June 2028. So that's much longer than pretty much every Android tablet. The only tablets that can compete with this long update cycle are Windows tablets, of course, and some iPads. The other advantage is the full desktop class Chrome browser. This is pretty much the same Chrome browser you're used to from your Windows or macOS machine, including the extensions that you can install, which, as I'm sure you're familiar with, don't work with Chrome for Android. So that's a big advantage. Another advantage is that you can use many web apps and they will work just fine. I'm opening a Google Docs document here and it works surprisingly well. Now, there are some other tablets that support full web apps like Google Docs, like Windows tablets, of course, but usually Windows tablets of this price range can't handle it that well. Tablets that can handle it well are iPads, like the iPad 8. With Safari, you can open web apps pretty well as well, but with Android tablets, usually not as well. In addition to the Chrome browser, you can still use Android apps like you can with Android tablets. That's because the Google Play Store is pre-installed, and with that you can install almost every app and almost every game that you know from your smartphone or Android tablet. So in that regard, it's not lagging behind an Android tablet because the app support is there. You can install thousands and thousands of tablet optimized apps. Alright, now I have to start my full review of the Asus Chromebook CM3. I only checked it out a bit now for this video, so these are only my first impressions. It's not a full review yet. That will follow in a couple of weeks. My first impressions are good if you're looking for an office tablet, mainly for a tablet to work with or for a tablet for school, for students in general. This is not a gaming tablet, that's what the benchmarks showed. But if you're looking for a kind of inexpensive tablet that includes a keyboard and a pen, then you can check out the Asus Chromebook CM3. Not just for gaming. You can do some gaming on the side, but this really should not be your main gaming tablet. Alright, that's been my unboxing of the Asus Chromebook CM3. If you have any questions, write them down below. I'm NJ from mynexttablet.com. Thanks for watching and see you next time.